Hello, Mario! In this video on subdivision design 25 preliminary earthworks 3, I am going to take a look at fixing up a problem that we encountered in the last video, where we had some problems with the lettering on the contouring label, and I've subsequently found another problem. So let's just have a bit of a recap on the problem, and then we will see how we can fix it. So I've actually managed to get in and change the size of the text there. It was actually quite small, but also I've now got another problem there on how to get the text is obliterated by the actual contour line. So what I've decided is to once again, unfortunately, go back to 12D and just have a look at the way that we produce the plan. Just to illustrate there, you can see here that this text here is still quite large. I've got it large, but it's certainly obliterated by the contour line. So as I said, the thing to do, what we're going to do, is to go back to 12D and just have another look. So here I am back at 12D, and you can see here what I've done is managed to get a separation in the contour line. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Essentially it's by just going back and redoing the contours: tins, contour, smooth and label. And remember that this was the ground sup one where we were contouring the ground tin. Now everything's pretty much fine here, I think, although it's quite possible that when we go to the labels here, that on thinking about it, that the text might be a wee bit on the small side. So what I'm going to do is go into here, which is where we can adjust the text, and this is the text that we use, and just edit that. So I'm going to see how that goes, and we can see that the text units and the height is 1 unit, and what I'm going to do is make that 2 units high, which will well, should double the size of it really, and set. Okay, finish there. So that should do that bit out. Now the other thing to look at is this here, and we see we've got some options with regards the placement of the labels, and the one that I'm sort of favoring here is line removal and centered, line facing uphill. So I'm going to click on that option there, and then I'm going to process and just get that out of the way. And here you can see we've got sort of bigger numbers. Now I'm still getting this overwriting. Oops, I think I've got a problem there where where the model hasn't updated. So what I'm going to do there is go to this here, which is models clean, and I'm going to clean that ground sup labels here. Just going to clean that model, yes, and that takes all those out. Finish. And now if we just process again, we'll get all of the information, but I'm still getting this little bit of overwriting in here. Whether I can strings, possibly CAD, delete string, I don't know that'll. Yes, I can do that. Accept, and we can just, that's sorted that out there. And there's another one here. accept. So that's sorted that out. So we've just got one set of lines in there. Those are there. We've got the text there. It appears to be quite a lot bigger, and I seem to have removed the double up in those couple of areas there. I don't really know why, the reason for that, and the text doesn't seem to be there. So that's pretty good, really. I'm quite happy with that. So we'll go File, Input, Output, Data Output, and go to the DW there, and that one there. Okay, and the model that we're going to pick, of course, is this one here, which is number 1, as it's always been. So we're going to redo this here. And the file name, I'll go for excavation. I might go, I'll go for excavation 2. That should sort it there. It might overwrite the existing file, which will be quite interesting. So we'll see how that goes. 2D there. Change that to 0 there. The map file, that's on default. Blocks used for point styles. Colors by layer. Line types by layer. But it's not going at line weight. In fact, it doesn't really say anything about line weight. So we might have to change that by layer as well. Text in that, and there's advanced here. Doesn't say space in model name, ACAD point style, point mode, point size, explode interface strings. No. So let's go right for that. Yes, and we'd like to replace it. Finish. Okay, so now we're back to here, and I wonder if we just go up to here to insert and into our review reference here, and excavation 2 there. I'll just try reloading it. Reload, and that's been done there. Okay, and then straight away we can see that it's got the numbers sorted, and just to look at that, that's fine like that. However, as we can see, we've still got that line type issue. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go directly to the excavation 2 and just open that file here like that. Okay, and I'm going to go here and select everything like so. This will be the properties, and possibly go here. Let's just see what we've got in the current selection where I've selected everything. Let's just go with polyline, and let's go with line weight, and it's got the layer by layer, and let's go with a line weight. So that's selected. Hopefully, oops. Go back to that again. So current selection, polyline, and equals. We'll just select all. Okay, and as you can see, the line weight there is set at 0. So we'll set the line weight to by layer. Okay, so that's that all sorted there, and then when we go into the layer properties for the ground major, which seems to be that one there, which I'll just rename while I'm there, as I see that there's a bit of a problem there. so we'll rename that, and we'll set the layer, the line weight to 0.35. The rest are all being set at default there, so that's all well and good. And let's go back to there, and let's see how we go here. The line weights possibly not turned on, which is, and there we are, we've got all our line weights turned on. Let's just have a look at our text here. Our text is height 2. It's at 1 to 1, so I'm picking that that'll be 2 millimeters. I think that'll be fine. So yeah, that's all seems pretty good at this stage. So I'm going to just to save that file, save, okay, and then we can go back to here, and hopefully you can see that this is upgraded, and there you are. I think that's pretty reasonable now with our layers and everything, our things there. We're in model space decimals. We're at 1 to 1 scale there. So I'm just going to go into paper space in here and just check the heights of these. So I'm just going to go C for circle and just draw a circle there with a radius of 1. Oops, Control Z. That didn't work too well. Why didn't that work? Because my layer that I'm using, preliminary earthworks, I've got turned off. So we'll turn this layer on, preliminary earthworks, which is here. Okay, turned on, yes. Okay, and now we'll go into paper. Oh, it was just turned off in paper space. So I'll just go and check my height for my things here. 2 millimeters being my minimum height that I like to use. So that's just 1 there, enter. Oh, that's perfect, 2 millimeters high. So I think that's just solved quite a number of issues around that, and I think we've learnt a little bit from that. We can see some obliteration there. These problems we could possibly just fix up at a later date. We could just come back to here if we wanted to, and we can't see how those are related. So back to here and double click in here. Oh, that's paper space. We get into model. Yes. Yes. So that just gives us some context to maybe fix these up. Oh, it's sort of XREF. Oh, okay, because the plan is open. So let's go here, close that window. We've got to close that because we can't work on it while it's open. Yes, we'll save the changes. Now we can get in here hopefully and work on it. Yes, okay. Okay, and I just wanted to move these here just up, maybe just up there a little bit more. Let's just turn off some snapping here. It's probably causing us some problems. So that would be 30 there, and that would be sort of 30 there, just to make it a little bit more reasonable. But these are things that we will pick up perhaps during the QA process. So I'm going to stop it there, and we'll just have a bit of a recap there and see how things are going. So yeah, that's a little bit of video there. Just spending a little bit of time tidying up some issues. We actually had to go all the way back to 12D just to sort that one out, and that is a bit of a step backwards, but just a bit of an insight there into the processes that you might have to consider when you're doing this sort of work. So I think now that we've got that plan sort of pretty much finished, and you can see the toing and froing between 12D and AutoCAD does have its problems, and so you really need to be onto things in the 12D at very early stages. It also perhaps highlights the benefits of actually learning to do these things pretty much totally within the 12D environment, and the benefits that that may have. So cheers, see you.